To lose weight, a woman didn't hesitate to swallow a tapeworm egg. This special parasite would help absorb the food she consumed. 2 days later, the woman transformed into a stunning beauty. After getting dolled up, Bella arrived at the prince's bride selection ball. But as soon as she entered the venue, the worm in her stomach started growling loudly. However, seeing the prince approaching step by step, she had to endure her hunger. The usually stoic prince surprisingly extended his hand, inviting her to dance. Bella could hardly believe what was happening. As the music began, she became lost in the prince's embrace. But unexpectedly, a masked woman suddenly burst into the hall. Her mysterious presence instantly captivated everyone's attention, and even the prince seemed mesmerized, dropping Bella and walking straight toward the stranger. The prize that was within her grasp had just flown away. Bella was furious, and the worm in her stomach churned even more violently. She couldn't help but run to the side hall and vomit profusely. What came out were hundreds of worm eggs. The parasite had actually been reproducing inside her body. Then Bella discovered that the masked woman was actually her half-sister, Belle. She came from humble origins and had no right to attend the ball. Seeing her identity exposed, Belle fled in panic. The prince chased her for 250 meters but couldn't catch up, ultimately only finding the crystal slipper Belle had dropped. So the prince made an unconventional decision. He held up the crystal slipper and announced that whoever it belonged to would be his bride. Bella was so angry she thought her lungs would explode. She returned home, grabbed a butcher knife, and went after Belle. With the fighting spirit of a wild boar, she successfully snatched the other crystal slipper. Bella thought she could finally win the prince's heart again, but another problem arose. Bella's size 11 feet couldn't fit into the size 7 crystal slippers. Comparing them carefully, her toes stuck out by quite a bit. But then Bella showed a sinister smile. She hurriedly picked up the butcher knife, placed the shoe and her foot side by side, and directly cut off the excess parts of her foot. The pain caused Bella to instantly pass out. Seeing this, her mother helpfully cut off the excess parts of her other foot to achieve perfect symmetry. Just like that, Bella finally had a pair of feet that could fit into the crystal slippers. The next day, the prince went door to door searching and soon arrived at Bella's house. He slipped the crystal slipper onto her foot, a perfect fit. The prince was overjoyed, swept Bella into his arms, and announced to the world that they would hold their wedding tomorrow. Bella couldn't help but kiss the prince, but the next second, Bella suddenly woke up from her dream. Everything that had just happened was a dream. In reality, she was still bedridden, unable to move because of her severed toes. Just then, she heard the announcement that the prince had arrived. Bella panicked. This was her last chance and she couldn't miss it. She quickly crawled out of bed and shuffled step by step toward the door, only to see Belle dressed in wedding attire. The prince announced the wedding news, but the bride wasn't her. This left Bella heartbroken, and she immediately began vomiting uncontrollably.